Hello children, how are you? I hope you are staying safe and healthy. Yes, today we are going to discuss a poem. Yes, today we are going to discuss the poem The Ant Explorer. Okay, it is written by C.J. Dennis. The title of our poem is The Ant Explorer. Okay, before we go into the chapter, let me ask you some questions. Who is an explorer? Can you guess the answer? Who is an explorer? Yes, an explorer means one that explores especially, or a person who travels in search of geographical, that means related to earth, geographical or scientific information. Yes, next one, what do you think the poem will be about? Yes, the title of our poem is The Ant Explorer. Then the meaning of the word explorer is a person who travels in search of geographical or scientific information. Yes, now the question is, what do you think the poem will be about? Yes, it's a poem about an ant who goes on an exploration. It's a poem about an ant who goes on an exploration. Yes, please open your textbook, listen carefully, let me recite the poem for you. Okay. Once a little sugar ant made up his mind to roam, to fare away, far away from home. This is the first lines in the poem. Once a little sugar ant. Here you can see the picture of ant. Once a little sugar ant. Sugar ant means an ant that is attracted to sweet foods. Okay. Once a little sugar ant made up his mind. Made up means make a decision about something. Made up his mind to roam. Roam means to walk or go or travel without a fixed purpose or direction. Travel. Okay. Once a little sugar ant decided to go to travel. Okay. To fare away, far away from home. He decided to travel far away from home. Next sentence. He had eaten all his breakfast and he had his ma's consent to see what he should chance to see, and here is the way he went. Yes, he had eaten all his breakfast. He had eaten all his breakfast and he had his ma's consent. Ma means his mother. Yes, consent means permission. Permission for something to happen or agreement to do something. Consent means permission. Yes, then he got his mother's permission to see what he should chance to see, or he got his mother's permission to travel around the world. Then now we are going to see the way he went. Yes, here is the way he went. First, up and down a fern front. Okay, here you can see the arrow mark, up and down. Up and down a fern front. Here fern means, look at the picture. Here you can see the fern, picture of a fern. Fern front means this is the picture of the front. Fern is a leaf. Okay, then up and down a fern front. He traveled through this way. Up and down a fern front. Then next line. Round and round a stone. Here you can see the arrow mark. Round and round a stone. He traveled around this stone. Round and round a stone. Next line. Down a gloomy gully where he loathed to be alone. Down a gloomy gully. Gloomy means dark and dreary. Next, gully. Gully means is a small valley. This is a small valley formed by a fast flowing stream of water. Here you can see the picture of a gully. Okay, small valley. It's a small valley. Okay, down a gloomy gully where he loathed. Loathed means strongly disliked. Here you can see the arrow mark. Then he traveled through this gully. Yes, then he continued his journey. Then next lines. Up a mighty mountain range 7 inches high. Then he continued his journey. Then he climbed this mountain. It is 7 inches high. Look at this arrow mark. Yes, it is 7 inches high. It's a mountain. Yes. Next one. Next lines. Through the fearful forest grass that nearly hid the sky. through the fearful forest grass. Yes, here you can see the picture of forest grass. Through the fearful forest grass that nearly hid the sky. Hid means, hid is the past tense of hide. Okay, fearful means feeling or showing fear or anxiety. We all know that forest consists a lot of plants. Okay, so through the fearful forest grass that nearly hid the sky. That means he can't see the sky. Okay, next lines. Out along a bracken bridge, bending in the moss. Out along. Then he travelled through this way. Out along a bracken bridge. Bracken means a large fern. Okay, large fern. We already saw the picture of a fern. It is a leaf. Then out along a bracken bridge, bending in the moss. Moss means small plants that grow in wet soil or on rocks. Here you can see the picture. It's a moss. Okay, then out along a bracken bridge. He passed this bridge. Out along a bracken bridge, bending in the moss. Next lines. Till he reached a dreadful desert that was feet and feet across. Finally, he reached a desert. Till he reached a dreadful desert that was feet and feet across. Here you can see the picture of a desert. It is full of sand. Okay, finally he reached a dreadful, fearful desert. Desert means, yes, desert. Here you can see the picture of a desert. It is full of sands. Okay, that's all about the poem. This is the first stanza of the poem. It is a poem about an ant who goes on an exploration. Yes, finally he started his journey from his home. Then finally he reached an desert. Okay, now let's discuss the grammar junction in that poem. Okay, we will discuss the second stanza in the next class. Okay, now we are going to discuss the grammar junction. Okay, today we are going to discuss the preposition of movement. Okay, prepositions. Preposition means position words. Preposition, position words. Okay, down, up, along, around, over, through and across. These are, today we are going to discuss these prepositions. These are prepositions of movement. Prepositions of movement. First one, here you can see the picture. Here you can see the picture of a girl and her name is Ria. Okay, here you can see the picture of a girl and her name is Ria. Okay, Ria walked over the bridge. Ria walked over the bridge. Ria walked over the bridge. Here, over is a preposition of movement. Then here the word over explains the movement on a path that is at a level higher than the ground. The word over explains the movement on a path that is at a level higher than the ground. We all know that bridges are higher than the ground. So Ria walked over the bridge. Here the preposition over explains the movement on a path that is at a level higher than the ground. Okay, next one, next preposition, through. Yes, here you can see the picture of Ria. Then Ria walked through the jungle. Ria walked through the jungle. Here the word through explains the movement of walking down the middle of the jungle to the other side. Ria walked through the jungle. Here the word through explains the movement of walking down the middle of the jungle to the other side. So this is another preposition, preposition of movement. Through is an example of a preposition of movement. Next one, Ria walked across the road. Ria walked across the road. Here the word across explains the movement of walking from one side of the road to the other side. It shows it explains. Here the preposition across explains the movement of walking from one side of the road to the other side. Okay, then next preposition, Ria walked along the street. Ria walked along the street. Here the preposition here the word along explains the movement from one end of the street to the other end. Here the word along explains the movement from one end of the road to one end of the street to the other end. Okay, next one. Ria walked around this tree. Ria walked around the tree. Around means all. The word around explains the movement in a circle. Okay, movement in a circle, usually with an object in the middle. Okay, here the preposition or here the word around explains the movement in a circle. Movement in a circle, usually with an object in the middle. Okay, that's all about the grammar junction. Okay, next one, writing junction. Okay, here you can see a paragraph. Yes, let me read it for you. Listen carefully. Traveling by train excites me. A train takes me to far off places and I enjoy watching the stations, farms and cities fly by. My favorite pastime, that means hobby, my favorite pastime on a train is to look outside the window and see things pass by. I also love to wave at children standing near the railway tracks. When the train takes a turn, I look outside the window to catch a glimpse of the coaches at the end of the train. I enjoy traveling by train. This is a paragraph. Okay, this is a paragraph about a train journey. It's a paragraph. Then here you can see the first sentence, and the first sentence is called the topic sentence. This is a topic sentence. Then last sentence is the closing sentence, and the sentences in between these two, topic sentence and closing sentence, are called the supporting sentences. We already discussed this in our previous class. Okay, and this is a paragraph, and a paragraph is a group of sentences. We already saw this consists so many sentences. A paragraph is a group of sentences that talks about one main idea. It is a group of sentences that mainly focus on one idea. The topic sentence of a paragraph contains the main idea. Okay, look at the first sentence. It is the top. This is a topic sentence. Traveling by train excites me. This is the main topic. Traveling by train. Yes, it's about the train journey. The topic sentence of a paragraph contains the main idea. It is usually the first sentence. Next one, supporting sentences tell us more about the main idea. The supporting sentences, these are the supporting sentences. This tell us more about the main idea. Next, the closing sentences usually retell the main idea of a paragraph in different words. The final sentence, the last sentence in a paragraph, that is the closing sentence. The closing sentences usually retell the main idea of a paragraph in different words. Okay, the last sentence, I enjoy traveling by train. This is the last sentence and it is the closing sentence of this paragraph. Okay, and this is your activity. Write briefly about your favorite adventure spot. You have to write a paragraph about your favorite adventure spot. Then make sure you have the topic, then supporting and closing sentences. You are asked to write a paragraph about your favorite adventure spot. Okay. Yes, today we learned the poem The Ant Explorer. Then we discussed the grammar junction and the writing junction. Okay, I hope today's class is helpful to you. Wish you a good day. Thank you.